Alright, let me make a few things clear. I'm the best looking motherfucker you'll ever wanna meet, ever see. I'm the smartest motherfucker alive. Okay. Let me let me break this down for you guys. Okay? It is. You know, that's what I do. But every time I take a shower, I lose like 5 pounds. It's like I watched a fucking Peterbilt. It went from New York to Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Look how clean I am. Now, if I could just shed this human cloak, I could have my shit. Oh, look, my elbows. Look at my elbows. You know, I have this scrubbing thing. It's rock. It's pumice. You ladies out there know, or my black friends, they always get dry ass skin and shit. They always working and shit too, though, doing construction and shit. My homies. But yeah, I'm just fucking dirty, straight, and I live in the desert. So my mom used to say when I would take a shower, when she could lasso me into the fucking bathroom, right, or the bathtub, I'd be like, because I had to take them out, I think, once a week, which, come on. I would admit, but I was crawling in the bush. Like, I would crawl into the dirt. Like, fuck that shit, man. Oh, hey, I'm going to post this. It's really cool. I actually copied it so I could post it for you guys. I forgot what it is, but it's cool. Watch this channel called Do I Look Fresh? Or boom, look at me. Look at me. My neighbor's like, what are you growing? Trying to grow a beard there, Patch Adams? That's my joke. I said, I'm Native American. I'm Patch Adams. That's funny. I have these Curtis eyes. I look like my dad sometimes. And it's nice. What's up? Oh, I'm glad you checked in. 2, I just got out of the shower. Look how fresh I am. It looked like a Peterbilt truck got washed off in the, that did the long route haul. And I did do it. I need to clean my house too. Now next. Man, this shit, like right now, because I really don't. Don't I look clean though? I feel clean. Been a long time. Light showers. I haven't taken a. Oh, these necklaces right here. I'll wear them all. Wait, I have another one that I was gonna wear too. And I had like 5 of them on. But this one's cool. See how it's blue? I have really blue eyes, and you could see it probably if I had it a different way. Yeah, it's blue, and then there's like purple. I like it. There's certain colors that stand out. If I were green, and this is new, this never happened. Oh, first, I have hexagonal pupils. I was on this Mandela channel and they go, yeah, there's a new Mandela effect. People have hexagonal pupils. They're not round. Immediately, I knew I had it. I didn't even have to think twice about it. I'm like, I got that. I know it. Like, I hadn't seen it before. I just knew for a fact if that I would have for sure. Because, like, I'm Mandela affected, obviously. So all that means is that the past, something that happens now, boom, ground zero, say, Wuhan, okay? this event that's happening right now. Now, ground zero, which whatever you want to call it, epicenter, let's call it the epicenter of anything that's happening, like say this bullshit, weird Wuhan shit, virus shit. It happens, and then it's like throwing a rock in a pond. It ripples out, okay, and you have a timeline, and it could even be several timelines. But either way, it ripples out forward, backward, left, and right, every direction because it's a circle, right? And linear time is not where it's at. That's time. Time in and of itself is man-made. Time doesn't exist. Clocks exist. Trip on that. Kick that around. Let that percolate in the old noggin for a few days. And I'll say it again. Now say it now. I'll say it again. Time, listen to this. Time does not exist. Clocks exist. Think about that. It's so fucking crazy. And my friend, one of my subscribers, what's his face? You guys know him. He's reading the book that I told him that I recommended him, called The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. And he's like, it's not a long book. It's I mean, it's like a junior high book or a high school book that you read at school. I never read it. I thought it was kick-ass. It's an audio book though. I put it in this thing before, but I'll put it up again in below after the video. But it's called The Timekeeper, and it's by Mitch Albom. Yeah, Mitch Albom, okay, I think Jonathan Livingston Seagull or some shit like that. You know, some of those feel good books, like the Illusions. Like, dude, I'm God. Fuck you. I know it. You don't. If I think I'm God, I'm God. But when someone asks me to prove it, and they give me 3 fish and 3 bread, and they have 5,000 hungry soldiers, and they say, look, Brady, Mr. fucking talking on both sides of your neck. Let's see the 5,000 fish and bread. And before I went like this, over here, the distraction was here, right? The fish and the bread I had over here, right? Yeah, I have a copy up there. I have a copy of my, also, I really do have a copy. See my bookshelf? I have one. Don't make me go up there and get it because I'm in my boxers. But I will go get it. But I look like I'm all dressed up like to go out of the town, huh? It's just too hot. My fucking thing is fucked up right now. Or it hasn't been turned on for the summer. Like, I don't fucking know. It's probably snowing tomorrow. Ma'am. And I totally feel so clean and fresh. Anyway, Miss Nice, how is you doing? What was I saying? Do I look like I took a shower? I'm fresh. This motherfucker usually is dirty as fuck. I shaved this shit too. You're doing good. I was too until about an hour ago. I was like, it was so hot in here. I'm like, I'm getting in the shower. So I'm gonna take a cold shower. And I brush my hair, which is fucking usually one big knot. You know, I had dreads for 7 years when I was young. I'm I'll be next month is my birthday month, the whole month. Where's my stalker at, man? I can't believe she didn't show up. You know what? That's funny, huh? But you know what, though? If I go, really? When? Mine's 9. Let's say it at the same time. Mine's 19. That's what it is. And I'm born on Malcolm X's birthday. Boom, boom. Vamonos, police. What day? No! Yours is 19. That's mine. May 19th. Miss Nice. Are you fucking with me? No. I swear to fucking God. You swear to God? You're kidding? Fuck you. I'll show you my ID right now. I don't take good pictures, though. I swear to. Show me your ID. Well, all right. Let me tell you, he's born on our birthday. You know that my best friend that died, Chad, I always talk about him. He overdosed on heroin. I'm 5'19", 1974, baby. And Chad was 5'9". And we were born 10 days apart. We were best friends. And he died at 30 from a heroin overdose, motherfucker. And his parents say I murdered him. I know I didn't. He knows. I was in California. I wasn't even in that side of the country. I got a quiet alibi, motherfucker. You ain't catching me on no body charge. I got bodies, but I ain't gonna get caught. I do my dirt alone or with my friends that are now gone. And no, I lost so many. I brought so many back, though, too. I can't face. Oh, because they call me a murderer? I know. I know that. I'm just like, okay. If that makes you feel okay about it, okay. I murdered him then. Whatever. I'm the bad kid. I was always the kid in the neighborhood, sweetie, that I'm always I've been clean for way more than that. I've been clean for like 15 years, 17. What is that noise? What is it going on? I swear I don't know. Did you hear that shit? It goes tee tee dee. I've been looking all over for that shit. Are you look? We need to straighten a few things out, Ms. Nice. Look, what's late in life? Because I just went, I hit it, and I just never stopped until I just literally, it was like literally when an immovable object hits a, and whatever it is. But the point is this. Are you really fucking born on the 19th of May? Are you fucking with me? And listen, I'll tell you the other thing. I was an alcoholic, and not young, really young. And I always have popped pills and every drug there is. And mostly a lot of acid and shit and pills. Then I started shooting. Everything. I don't like snorting coke, but when I shot coke, I was like, whoa, why didn't no one ever do this? Tell me about this. And then I'm like hitting my toe, like just for fucking around with cocaine, I start to hit my foot, and this is the last thing I can't talk about. Because as soon as I register, I taste it in my throat. How? How can it travel that fast? There's no way. See, then you know what I'm talking about. You taste it right when you register. How? I love that taste when you shoot. Oh my God. Or a fucking Belushi. Oh, don't even talk. I can't even talk about it. How did I know you were? Fuck, I knew you were. Yeah. I did Triple Crown. I used to do the train wreck. I can't talk about it. I can't even talk about it. Good coke, you throw up, period. If you do a shot of good coke, you throw up. Yeah, I've never thrown up on heroin or opiates. I can take probably, I've eaten so much fentanyl, the gel and shit, and like, I mean, just, I don't know. Hey, Miss Nice, I'm going to say one thing to you or to everyone. You want to know something really fucked up and sad and scary? Because I just got out of LA. I live in Joshua Tree, Palm Springs. Listen, I just lost my mom to cancer last October. Listen, I want to tell you something. This is very serious. Everybody. Remember when, like, a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, and they fired everyone in LA and in Frisco and everywhere in between? There was tents just lining up. And remember all the BART system and all the junkies, everyone's on fentanyl, and everyone was shit. And every street is lined with tents, right? With homeless people, and even people that couldn't afford, right? How in the fuck did they shelter in place? And you know what? They didn't. And you know what? They murdered those motherfuckers. And you know what? When we get out, there's not going to be any tents. No, I mean, it was just like they're doing it right now as we speak. They're locking us down and they're killing all of the homeless people. They're killing them. When we get out of lockdown, there are going to be no more tents along the streets. Where do you think they're gone to? Those fucking boats with the Red Cross on it were just FEMA barges. They just redecorated the FEMA barge and said, hey, let's try this again. Right? So I'm telling you, all these people that were on the streets are dead. They're being murdered right now and thrown away out in the ocean. Or they'll be turned into meat because they ain't making no money fucking beef. I'm going vegetarian. Oh, I know. They're using them. Anything that usually they can't salvage. Certain, if they're youngsters, they can get, man, for a fucking heart. I mean, on the black market, you can sell parts. Like, if I need a heart, if I have the money in China for here, if I need a kidney, and I'm on a list, and money's no object, 5 years. If I go to China and pay 2 weeks, I'll have a fucking brand new heart ready to put in. I know no one knows. No one told me that. Everything the way God tells you shit. Everyone goes, oh, like inventors and shit. They go, I don't know, it fell in my lap or it popped in my head, right? That's God giving it to you, the idea, right? Oh, it just fell in my lap. Or, oh, it just popped in my head, or I was thinking about it. No, it just doesn't. Well, no, God put it there, and that's why you have it. Right, a God shot. And wet market, I think, is a little bit different than the wet market that they're trying to say that there is. Like cannibalism. And Kuru is a disease that cannibalistic tribes got in Africa and shit. It was called Kulu, right? It's from eating cannibalism, eating humans. And they would get an eye distortion. They would get a black eye, left eye, usually on their left eye. And every one of these elite motherfuckers and the queen and all the royal family have it from doing adrenochrome and eating humans. That's how they stay so young. Like the queen, she was Queen Elizabeth I, II, and she's now this one. She is all the same one. She's like 1,500, 1,600 years old. They put in young people's blood. They just put in young people's blood that they transfuse a child's blood into them, and then they're fresh. We're good to go. That's what all the stars are doing. That's how come. Look at this thing I have, you guys. Oh my God. This picture. Look it up. Tom Cruise, 1989 in Top Gun with the girl, the hottie that was with him in Top Gun. And now it says Tom Cruise, and then it has another picture. Tom Cruise with the girl that was with him with Top Gun in 2019, right? And Tom Cruise looks exactly the same. And this lady's like 90 years old and with a cane. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why? How are they not aging? Like Matt Dillon, that motherfuckers look the same since The Outsiders. I mean, just people like that. Like, I don't know, you know? Like Brad Pitt, and then they don't age. Ben Affleck, shit, they don't age. They're fucking so into satanic shit and dark forces that I don't even know. Dylan, Bob Dylan, who's like probably the guy. I don't know. I love Bob Dylan, but that kind of thing, and I just can't imagine that people are. I did do some things like when I was a very young kid. I had fucked around with that shit, right? I don't care if the fucking Ouija board you had is made out from Parker Brothers or if it's bound in human flesh and burned in by a goddamn witch. It's the same fucking thing, I swear to God. The Ouija board, Parker Brothers, right off the shelf from the toy store, will fuck you up. Period. Like, I mean, just straight up, that you're inviting shit in your house. But yeah, I mean, I know. No, Bob. Watch the. Have you know how he said he? I know, and yeah, you can do the cards. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that shit. No, both the topics that we talked about. I'll tell you though, sometime about the demon that I saw when I was about 12, and it was like so scary. I mean, it was so fucking scary. And so it's something that I know in my life that I can never explain away. I mean, I've seen a UFO, but that was like, oh, that could have been our government reverse engineering. It could be an alien, whatever. But this thing that I saw, I could feel the evil. I mean, the evil emanating from it was unfucking believable. I mean, it was not just seeing it. It had red eyes. It had a cloak. It jumped up on this. It was like weird, man. Like it had a cloak with a hood and it was like hunched over, and it looked like in the later Star Wars movies, the shitty ones where they had those robot type things and they were underneath the cape and it looked all weird. It was like that. And then it was on the other side of this fence, and we were gonna rob it because we thought it was an old man pushing this cart with bags, and we thought it was money or something. Oh, I didn't think. Well, I felt the evil. I didn't think about smelling them up, but oh, like shadow people when you were kicking? When you were kicking? Oh my God. That's just the shit getting at. I bet you the stink is poisons and demons leaving you when you get the fucking break the cycle of addiction. Now I'm on methadone, okay, and I'm on pills, right? Like I prescribed them, right? Like so that's you can call me an addict, whatever. If I wasn't on methadone, I would be doing either shooting heroin or drinking. I can't do it. I just can't. Like, I don't want to. But I'm responsible. Like I don't fuck around. Like I get 20 set. They give me a month at a time. I usually have doctors that would just write it for me. No, I know you're not, but some people do. And I'm like, you didn't know me when I was an addict. My mom was like, oh my God, no, you're like a completely different person than when I used to use. Oh my, I would be like knocking the kitchen table over on shit and being like, I was fucked up. I come out blood coming down my arms and shit, knocking the fucking nodding off on the table and shit on Christmas. You know, it was hit rock bottom. My mom found me on Christmas Eve, overdosed in my sister's bathroom in LA. And she had to bust the door open. I just got out of jail. And I had $300 in my pocket. And and my sister was in Colorado, and they called my sister and my sister's like, oh, you left them there alone. Turn around. Because got me out of jail, left me at my sister's because my sister was in Colorado. She said I could stay there for a few days. And then they kept going because they were going down here to Palm Springs. And she said, what? You left him at my house? Turn around. And the first thing I did, taxi, boom, 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 to the red line, jumped on the red line, got dope, came back. I had 6 balloons. I shot 2 because I wasn't, because I'd been in jail for a few months or whatever. And I went down. I don't remember shit after that. But my mom, then I woke up and thank God they didn't take me to the hospital. But I just had 2 charges because I just got out of jail. I'd be right back in jail. Yeah, my tolerance was totally down. But the point is I was fresh. I wasn't strung out. I was fresh. First thing I do, bam. I mean, that's just how my thought process is. I mean, I was planning that since I knew I was being released. Right? Like, I'm not going to front. Same thing in LA jail and other jails. I mean, it's just tough. That's why a lot of people OD after rehab, like a 30-day rehab. Chad came over one time when he overdosed and I brought him back. At 30 days, he called me. He got out 30 days and called me and I was a heroin dealer at the time. Calls me up and he goes, I want to go to 20 or 40 or whatever. I'm like, no, Chad, no. You're not going to get it from me because you just got out of rehab. And he gets home and he's like, I'm coming now. So he comes over and I lived in the city in Denver because I was in college. And I was a heroin dealer and a coke dealer and a weed dealer. And he's like, dude, sell me a fucking shot, okay? And there was particularly this really, really dynamite heroin going around, like that was just killing motherfuckers. My friends were dying, right? My customers were dying. So I go, so I'm like, dude, you know the same people I do. Like, you call them. You know the same people. You call them and go do it. He's like, but you got it right there. I'm like, it's really good right now. Then I'm like, thinking in my head, he's going, okay, well, if you don't do it, I'm just going to fucking go get it. And I'm like, okay, go get it. I'm not going to be the one to do it for you. And then I thought in my head, well, if he goes and does it, gets it from them, I know the shit that's going around right now was like twice as good as anything that had been going around for some reason. And I had 10 connects. My Mafia Connect was the top. But this shit was untouched pure. And I was like, I knew it was going around and I knew he might get it. And so I said, okay, how about this? I'll do it, but you got to let me cook it up. You let me cook the shot. You let me make the shot. Then when you do the shot, you can push it only halfway in and you got to wait for like a few minutes and then push the other half in. Okay? And he's like, okay, I'll do that. It's fine. Because I didn't want him to go over to. So he came in, and I had another customer that was sitting there. His name was Travis, and he had already done his thing. But whatever, me and Chad were sitting there, and so I made it and everything. And Chad is sitting right there on the bed, and he goes, "I go, okay, go." And he goes, and he pushes half of it in, right? And I'm like, okay, wait. And he's waiting and waiting, and I put barely anything, like barely a tiny bit in there. And he starts going, and he, kind of like flopping a little bit and then foaming a little bit and slid off my bed. And right then, Travis, we called him Travesty. And I had my 9mm Glock sitting right there on my nightstand and a Corona. And he's sitting in the corner chair and he goes, I gotta go. And I go grab my gun and go, you're not going anywhere until this motherfucker's breathing. And he said, get the fuck over here and help me pick him up and put him on the bed. And I put him on the bed and I was slapping him. I was slapping him. I would fucking do it. I would take a straw and you put some Coke in it, right? And you blow it up their nose, right? But I didn't have any Coke, so I didn't do that yet. And listen, so he stopped breathing, right? Am I freaking out? Totally freaking out. He's not breathing, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to administer CPR. I'm administering CPR and shit. I'm slapping him. Then he's beating up. He's gray and blue. And then his pulse stops for about 2 minutes. He's died. He's dead. Totally dead. I'm like, no, my best friend, no, right? And I go. It was a miracle because he goes like that. And I was like, I was giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and then 1, 2, 3. I mean, I know how to do. I've done it many times. I've saved a shitload of people. I'm like death. Even but I save him. And I saved his life. And he didn't believe me after. It's like, no, yeah, I go, look what time it is. What time did you? He didn't believe me. The kid died young, man. He died at 30. And then he was all fucked up. I go, you need to get some, because what I was saying, usually if someone's out like that, in Colorado, they gave us Narcan kits. So you could just hit them with Narcan and they'd wake up. But we would just take a straw and cut it and put some Coke in there and then just stick it in their nose and blow it and they go and wake up, or do it just in their vein. I did speed into someone's vein who was sleeping that had never done drugs. I'm like, I don't know why I thought it was okay to do this. I mean, it was, never mind. I took a fine beating for that one. I took a fine ass beating. The finest beating I took, I mean, I've lost way more fights than that one. Way more. I've lost way more. But it doesn't matter. Because it's fun. Either way. Not really. Look at this, looks kind of cool. It like, I don't know. Right. And where are we now? I'm like, Chad, come get me. I want to die. I'm done already down here. Same with my mom. I'm like, come on, you guys, this sucks. Do I look nice though, you guys? Do I look clean? The necklace is nice. That's nice. That's nice. I'm fishing for compliments. My dad used to go, because when I had chicken legs, he'd go, "What do you got a chicken up your ass and you're walking on his legs?" Like, or some shit like that, right? He would go, because I wear shorts, or he would see me in my, I'd be walking around my boxer. He'd go, "What happened? What?" I love my dad. He'd go, "What happened? There's a chicken up your ass, and that's the legs coming out." You know what I'm saying? It was so funny. I'm like, dude, you have the same exact build as I do, Dad. So fuck. He does. He did. Right. Exactly. So it's like you're making fun of yourself anyway, too. So whatever. He'd always be like, "Oh, you're the first blue-eyed Indian I never ever met." He gave me so much shit. Like, I'm like, fuck you. Because he was a Native American. He was half. And my grandma, his mom was full. My dad, I'll put up some pictures of my dad. You'll see him. Look at my eyes. See how they go like that? You'll see my dad's eyes. They're called Curtis eyes. That's my last name. And you'll be like, "Oh, that looks like Brady." And it's my dad, though. Like, I have one from when in the Army, one from when he was like 5, maybe. I don't know. And I have some of Chad. I just got a few since someone went through a bunch of stuff and gave me a bunch of pictures from when I was little. So I'm gonna put them up, like, just for the fun. Yeah. Anyway, chicken legs. And he always used to call me like, my dad did the New York Times crossword puzzle every day in pen and finished it within like 10 minutes or 20 minutes at top. And finished it, never a mistake. And he taught me how to read. I could read when I was like 3 or 4. It was insane. My dad he was an air traffic controller. He was a pilot. I had fucking a motorcycle when I was 8, an Indian 50cc kit bike. Me and my sister had a go-kart. We had a above ground swimming pool because it was Colorado. I had a Ford. I had everything. My dad was so fucking cool. That's why it was so hard when they got a divorce. I was already like 10 or something. But he got on one knee and looked me in the eye and he goes, "Son, you're going to have to take care of the women folk now." And he handed me all these guns, right? I'm like, okay, all right, let's do it. So I took care of them. And nobody fucked with us. Because I went hunting. My mom would pack me and my dad when I was knee-high to a motherfucking grasshopper. I had a 410 shotgun. They're like a dimes. You could feel a shotgun shell, the dimes are about that size. And we'd go pheasant, duck, quail, all that hunting. And we'd eat that shit too, man. It was good. Spitting BBs out on your plate in Thanksgiving. That's how I did my Thanksgiving. And I was taught how to when I learned to get big game hunting, when I did my rite of passage, I had to do this whole ceremony and shit. It was scary and gross. And I was crying. I'll admit it, I was crying. When I took the deer down, I was crying. My first one, I was only 12. And everyone else got to do theirs when they were 14, right? In my family, the men that are Indians, they all got to do theirs at 14. But I drew, it's a lottery, and the state does. I drew a doe card and a doe tag. So you better get a fucking better bag one, because there's like one buck and you got to count how many points does it have. And everything to make it elite to do it. And I'm Native American. And then there's like a bunch of does, and I can just shoot anyone, right? And they're like, all right, Brady. Okay, get up there now. Take the shot. This is my 30-06. This is a big gun, a hunting gun that will knock down, has enough knockdown power that the whole deer will just fall, right, when I hit it. So that's how it's supposed to happen. That was what was supposed to happen, okay? My mom telling me this scary story the night before about how, oh, think about Bambi when I'm fucking killing, she did this as a prank. My mom she had this mean ass streak in her. Like, she would laugh, but like, I'll tell you some of those crazy. When she told me and my sister bedtime stories, we had a head that we carried around, and we could hold it, and it would look around corners for us. She was a children's book writer. My mom was the shit. But she said, Brady, remember when you're hunting tomorrow? She didn't mean harm, but I cried. So I had Bambi in my fucking sight. I'm crying. It's all over me. I'm 12. No, you gotta. I knew I had to bag this fucking bitch thing, fucking Bambi, and I'm looking at its eyes, and I get it right here. You know, where you're supposed to get up in the shoulder, and then I'm like, take the shot, and I'm gone. You know, I can't see barely, so I take the fucking shot. I take the shot. And I blow the goddamn deer's face off. The bottom jaw completely off. Right? And I had to track it for 2 miles. I would have tracked it to the ends of the earth because, man, it was tough. I ate every piece. I went and I dragged that fucking thing miles. They went with me. It was about 2 miles. I don't know. It's as I'm tracking it, I'd drop blood drops, and you'd see where it laid down, and it'd be a lay down with a bunch of blood, and then as we approached, it would get up and try and hobble more, right? And when I finally came up on it, it was going dying, right? And my dad handed me his sidearm because I didn't have one. I was only 12 at the time. I had one. I didn't have one. I don't think it on me. Anyway, he goes, finish it. I knew he didn't have to say it. And I just went boom right in its head. And because I felt so bad already. And they're like calling me a pussy. They weren't calling me a pussy, but I felt like they were because I was crying a little bit. Well, after this, I wasn't. They made me. They didn't make me, but they're like, okay. I had to then cut it in, stick a knife up its ass, and then cut it open to the throat. And then everything comes in a nice, neat package. It's only hooked here. You snip it, and then at the anus, you snip it. And then you roll it. It's called field dressing it. You roll it in the whole guts and everything. They're in one pre-packaged thing, like when you buy turkey and the giblets are in that bag. And it comes right out. So then I just chop the head off or whatever, and just put the hooves over my shoulders and drag that bitch back 2 miles. And I ate. Then when we brought it to the butcher, I got steaks for the fillets. I got tons of jerky, sausage, everything. And I ate every bit. I made fucking fishing lures. I felt so bad. But now, I mean, I ended up hunting later on in life and loving it. You know, I love to hunt. It totally brings you back to your parts of your brain that are lost, right? Like you're tracking an animal. It's really, really cool. It's very, very much of a rush. The first time was hard. The pressure, man, because I was like, you guys got to, but it was just God's. It was the Great Spirit. It was God's way of saying it's your time. You're old enough to do it. Do it. You got to do it now. I had to do it. But I didn't have no 6 fucking 4-wheeler to drive, tie it on the back and just drive back. Fuck no. I had to walk. I was a bitch. But I did it, and I was proud of it. And I told my mom, yeah, I did take Bambi out. Okay. I got to eat too. Bambi's kids can starve. I got to eat too. You know, we don't want to see what happens at the grocery store. At least the meat I ate got to run free till it's dead. The meat at the grocery store never even got to be free. They were just laying on their side, you know, in a cage, and just it's disgusting. So hunting, yes. Oh, right on. I'm glad you do. I have a bunch. I'll tell you a cool one next time. When I was young, going to my mom would make me and my dad soup. We'd leave really early on. My dad taught me how to tie fly. Listen to this. Oh, on top of it, we went fly fishing all the time because my dad worked 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks. He was an air traffic controller. We went all the time to Yellowstone, to Miracle Mile, and so the stretch of the Yellowstone River. Okay, and he taught me how to fly fish. We had a cabin too. I had a cabin on each side of my family. It's awesome. And he taught me how to fly fish, which is an art. But not only that, he taught me how to tie flies. Okay, he taught me how to reload shotgun shells and bullets, and he left me all this stuff. Right? And I know it's it's dyed red. That meat at the store is just dyed red. Should I get his fresh? But I did have to drink blood and like eat some gross shit when I killed it the first time. That was part of like the ritual. And thanking the earth for it and all this weird shit. It's not weird. It's just, Native American shit, I guess. But it was cool. It was cool. It was like I had to, it was literally a rite of passage. I was becoming a man. It was something I had to do. And I overcame it, and it did make me a man. I think it made, I was crying before, and then after, I was being eaten a motherfucker, So I became a man, I guess. That's cool. North Carolina, nice. Is that where the Smoky Mountains are? Hey, what is, Smokey the Bear, right? Who says only you can prevent forest fires? Who says that? Who says it, though? Because it's a Mandela effect. I'm just asking you, what do you remember? Only you can prevent forest fires. Smokey the Bear, right? Yeah, but with an E. But anyway, it's Smokey Bear now. And it always has been, like, as a Mandela effect. If you're not Mandela affected, no matter. Even Mandela affected people, they don't have the same effects that I do, and I don't necessarily match up with the same ones that they do, Yeah, no, it was in a different reality. Yeah, it's Smokey Bear. Now it just says Smokey Bear. You can get a t-shirt from 1972, which I have, that says Smokey Bear. Okay. It was Smokey the Bear. And then it changed magically along with other books and my Berenstein Bears books in the attic. They changed magically. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird, man. Star forts everywhere and razzle dazzle camouflage, or like Sex and the City. What? Sex and the City? That's what it always has been, but yet they go up on the Academy Awards and say Sex in the City, but and then Interview with a Vampire is now Interview with the Vampire, or whichever one, vice versa. It just doesn't make sense. I know, it's Anne Rice. That's a gay vampire book. I think we all see different shit. I mean, it's just, because think about it. It's all our senses. Is all everything we know is illusory. So therefore, we only see like if I'm tripping balls, right? You're not going to be seeing the same shit I'm going to be seeing, probably, unless you're tripping with me. You know, like in other words, we could all be seeing something different. Or I could grow up and go, every time I see a red fire truck, go, what color is that, Mom? Every time, and I see purple. And every time I see something that is red, it's really purple for me, but I point at it and go, what color is that? And for my mom, it's red. And she goes, red. But for me, it's purple. And so I call purple red. Do you get that? And that's like old school before Mandela. And then also light waves are cool because a red delicious apple, a red apple is light waves. A red apple is every color but red in the color spectrum wavelengths. Because red, that's why you see red, because it bounces off and only red bounces off. All the other colors are absorbed by the apple. So the apple really is every other color but red. That's why you see red. It's a trip. Yeah. No. No. The Mandela effect is a whole new thing. I don't know. You know? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it happened 1,000 years ago too. I don't know about that. Maybe it's always happened. Nah. Maybe because we have the ability now with computers and shit and phones to talk to people across the earth and take polls. Like, what do you remember? Like Little Tykes. What do you remember? How do you spell Little Tykes? Remember Little Tykes toys? They were plastic. You know, push kids around in them. They had a bunch of different toys. They had a little slide. Remember? They were plastic and they were like yellow and red and blue. Little Tykes. How do you spell it? You guys spell it. How you remember it? My biggest one right now that I'm freaking out on is Richard fucking Simmons. Sweating to all that shit. Richard Simmons, I challenge anyone to find a picture of Richard Simmons wearing a headband or a wristband. And that's all he wore. When I knew growing up, Richard Simmons, sweating to the oldies, all that shit, that's what he wore. A sweatband, 2 sweatbands around his wrist, right? Yeah, it's just like that. And they changed it. It's an eye now. It's an I in Little Tykes, and they say it's always been that way. It's never had a Y, but it did in my timeline. It did. I mean, I remember it vividly. But anyway, what I was just telling you, that's fucked up. Also, Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. No, he never gave big checks away. That never happened. Never. Ed McMahon did not give away big checks for Publishers Clearinghouse. I dare remember that shit. Remember the stamps would come with it, and if you ordered magazines, you had a better chance and all that shit. Oh, and listen to this. Listen to this, Miss Nice. Oh, I if you go onto my videos about go right now and go. He looks weird. Just type into Google, type in what's his face? Sweating to the oldies. What's his name? Richard Simmons, right? If you go to my video, I did a video on it. And if you go to the Halloween costumes, this is how you can catch Mandela effects. Halloween costumes are made by people that go from memory, okay? The Halloween costume has, you guessed it, a headband, a sweatband, 2 wrist sweatbands, and a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. every Halloween costume for Richard Simmons. That's what you got. But I can't. I challenge you. I'll pay you $100 if you can give me one picture of Richard Simmons wearing a sweatband, headband, or wristbands. I would switch the bet if it was like before the Mandela effect. I would have say you can't find a picture without him wearing them. Sweating to the oldies, he had him on the cover. I mean, come on, that was his thing. He had the 2 wristbands and a band. That was his thing. What the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, you go watch. Those things are all never existed. It's crazy, man. The first thing that ever hit me was Berenstain Bears, and that was he totally did. Oh, Joel Olstein, Olstee, or whatever, EEN. The lady I was living, it changed to Joel Osteen. There's no L now. It just happened overnight one night. And I went to the lady that lived rented a room at this place I was living. She had all these books by Victoria Joel Olstein. And I said, and she was under the impression Olstein, right? And I go, hey, there's no such thing as Joel and Victoria Olstein. No. Like being a total jackass, I was. Being a smart ass. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, there is. I'm all, nuh-uh, it's Osteen. Joel and Victoria Osteen. Just fucking with her, right? She's all, nuh-uh, I have all their books. I wanted her to do this, right? She's, I have all their books. I'm like, no, you don't. I'm like, let me see. It's Osteen. You want to write about money? She's like, I know for a fact. I have all their books. I knew she had all their books. And I knew they changed overnight. And I said, I said, it's Osteen. And she goes, no, it's not. I know for a fact it's Olstein. And I'm going. And she goes, I'll show you right fucking now. And she went marching upstairs. She didn't come back down, guys. She did not come back down. Yeah, she moved out. She was, it freaked her out. It really freaked her out bad. She was like, how? Like thinking I did something. Like she's like, what did you do? Like to my books? How did you change? Like, what did you change my books? Like, or something, right? I'm like, bitch, fuck you, reality change your books. Go to the bookstore. Turn on the TV. It says Joel Osteen, and she's going, oh my God. This is the next day. It took her a whole day to digest that. It took me long. I'm still digesting it. she just, hey, what's up, dang? And she's just like, it freaked her the fuck out. You know how it is. That must have been a dumb bitch, exactly. I tried to tell her, and it was cool because it flipped overnight, and I knew it would flip for her, right? Because it just did. And she didn't believe me really on it, and stuff. And yeah, the way I set it up was so awesome. I wanted to get full shock value. Because when you're shocked with an anchor effect, you really understand that. You really understand that. At least she didn't come back and with glazed over eyes after she got. At least she didn't go upstairs and get the download and come back and go, I want to change after I've been thinking about it, I actually, now that I think about it, it was Osteen. I'm sorry. I just must have misremembered. I'm sorry. I hate those. God, I hate those. They walk away. You go, okay, out of these 5, you tell me which ones you are right. And they get them all wrong, of course, right? They get the ones that are the real ones we remember. And then they go, and you go, well, you're wrong on all of them. And you show them online or on books or whatever, right? And they walk away. They go, oh, wow, that's crazy, right? They're like, that's insane. And they'll walk away. And then it's like they get this download. And they'll come back maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, half hour later, and they'll go, you know what? I was thinking about that, and I kind of want to change some of my answers because, they'll come up with some, and it's like glazed over their eyes, It's so weird. It's like possession, and it's like a broadcast that they send out to everybody, like toilet paper. Go get toilet paper. Why? You can't eat that. What is toilet paper going to help you? You can wipe your ass with anything, but you can't eat toilet paper. I still don't get that. Is it 9/11 or is it 11:15? Every night I go, I'm going to bed early tonight. Well, I always say I'm going to take a shower, and then I don't. So I actually did that tonight. You guys, man, I did take a shower. And my mom used to go, there's a little boy under there. I miss my moms. All my grandmas and grandpas are dead. I miss my mom. I miss my mom. I just saw her husband today. He came and brought me groceries. He brought me, I bought a 96 pack. My mom, in the last month of cancer, last few months or whatever. Oh, you're on the East Coast, Miss Nice? I'm on Pacific time. So it's only 9 here. 10. Oh, you're in Nebraska time. Eastern, right? No. East Central. Yeah. Pacific Mountain Central. Arizona, they don't do it. Daylight savings, they don't do it. They don't jump forward and go back. They're like, hey, listen to this, you guys. Only a white man, this is what the Indians say about a daylight savings time. Only a fucking white man would cut 2 feet off the top of his blanket and sew it to the bottom of his blanket and think he's got a longer fucking blanket. Hey, you guys, I'm watching this David Spade show. You guys should check it out. It's called David Spade Lo-Fi. It's really cool. Yeah, Arizona and one other state doesn't observe it. Ma'am is nice. Any other ladies on here? Ma'ams. Anyway, you should watch it. It's really cool. And people are really digging on my wait till I get my new leather. It's in the mail, guys. I have 4 fucking projects, custom ordered projects made out of leather. 3 of them have to do with guns. That's funny. And 1 has to do with it's a wallet. But, I mean, that's pretty interesting. Oh, you are? Hey, do you see the arrow in FedEx in the logo? The arrow? Gemma? It's hard. I didn't notice it until someone showed it to me. And it's really obvious, dude. Can you run if you get it done fast enough? You get a stop, huh? But didn't they have the fucking... Look at FedEx as an arrow, right? Yeah, where's my leather and my magnets? Fuck. Not like I could sell anything because no one's open. I'm not even open. But... What in the FedEx? Do you want me to pull up the fucking FedEx logo and show you the arrow? Let me see if I have something from FedEx. No. Priority meal. But anyway, you work there and don't even know. I called the Rolex lady and the Skechers lady. I'll do it again. And I'm like, what's wrong with my wife's watch? It has 4 eyes for number 4. All the V's are upside down. What the fuck? I spent 25 grand on this watch. What's wrong? And they're like, sir, I'm very sorry. I don't know. Oh my God, they're upside down? I'm like, what is 4 eyes? That's not 4. I said, ma'am, what is 4 in Roman numerals? She's like, it is IV. And she's like, I don't know why it's 4 eyes. I really don't. I'm like, ma'am, I am thinking that you are selling fraudulent watches. And she starts freaking out, right? We'll do it again. She's like, I don't understand. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if it's just the ladies' ones or the men's. Wait, let me look. Wait, some of these are. This one doesn't. This was when it was going through. Now they all do. Even the filming in the Titanic, under the sea. I was watching the Titanic, where they were diving, and they had the clock of in the Titanic, and it had 4 eyes and upside down V's. I found the clock with the V's upright and the IV for the 4. Guess where I found it? On the back of the $100 bill on the Hall of Independence. I blew it up, blew it up, blew it up, blew it up, and and that's where it is. You guys watch, go on my thing. My videos are, and I have like 400 videos, but these would be recent ones. And you'll see it'll have the dollar. I found the clock. So find me those other things. No. You guys are all wrong. The FedEx has had an arrow forever. It's the X, okay, is the front of the arrow, the inside of the X, okay? And then the E, the middle, is the arrow, right? You'll see it. It's very obvious. Very obvious. Once someone points it out to you, then it's like, how did I not fucking see that shit? I wish I had some. Look at, see this? Wait, right there. That's the county I grew up in, Boulder County, Colorado. That's this cross the deaf lady gave me across the street. That's my French flag. I thought it was a town. Or I thought it was Italy, but it's France. Fuck France. I like Italy, but France, y'all gotta watch out. Mother Earth, who wins in the shutdown? Mother Earth, because she's clean. She's fucking loving it. Oh my God. You know what? If all the human beings die, it's a win. We're the only things fucking this planet up. Like, we're not even fucking it up. It's just going through changes. But we do. I mean, think about all over the world, all this shit going into the air, and then nothing for however long we've been locked down. I went outside today. It's like I can see for miles and miles and miles. It's so clear. No chemtrail. It is like the waters in Venice, in Italy, are running clear, you guys. And that is open sewage. It's running clear now. All over. And I think this is God's plan all along. Even if it's done by man. God's the man. God's got the plan. God's the one that can do shit. Shakers and movers. You know, you do something kick ass, that's God in you. That's God popping him. I sat down and said, God, what's up, motherfucker? And he's like, what's up, bitch ass nigga? I swear to God, he said that. He talks just like me, right to me. But he says shit I don't know. And that's how I know it's God. I'm like, hey, dude, before I knew anything really. I mean, I'm Native American, you know. I've grown up on hallucinogenics as spiritual tools and shit. So I've always had a pretty good relationship, but there is no middleman needed. You don't need a shaman. You don't need a priest. You don't need anything. And God told me that right to my fucking head. He said, yo, dude, Don't buy it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. He goes, I want to tell you one thing. I never wrote a goddamn book. See, no, he didn't say that. I never wrote a fucking book, ever. He said, the shit you need to know. He said, why do you think when you walk by some guy beating up, raping some girl, you beat the guy up and stop him from doing it? How come is that? Do you do that? How come you see, someone hurting someone else and you stop it? Why is that? Like a buzzer goes off. Like thou shalt not kill. I don't kill in cold blood. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Don't fuck the neighbor's fucking wife, okay? That goes off in my head. I think, hey, I want to fuck the neighbor's wife. And this buzzer goes off. It goes, Brady, don't fuck the neighbor's wife. It's not cool. Your neighbor's your homie, man. Don't fuck your neighbor's wife. I know she's out there planting it, sticking her ass up in like a cat, like a fucking cat in heat. But don't do it, man. Right? That's what it does. It goes, eh. I'm like, you guys are idiots. You need a book to tell you this shit. Like, I have this buzzer thing that goes off. All these commandments. Don't rob the liquor store. Like, I go in there and should I rob the place? You know, I have my guns in the fucking glove compartment. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go in and rob the place. Because, dude, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Did you see it? You never noticed it? Oh, and you worked there? Boom. Can you imagine the shit they have done to us over the years? Disney, 33rd degree Mason, Walt Disney and his brother, and they have Club 33 there, and these people eat babies, and they are sick. They're the ones eating babies, trafficking them. Right now, all the celebrities are having adrenochrome fucking withdrawals. That's where all the kids are disappearing. They're trying to. There's a withdrawal fucking shortage, right? Or adrenochrome shortage right now. The adrenochrome. That's what's giving them that. The Kuru, the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus is from Kuru, from the people in those times that ate the fucking engaged in cannibalism, and that Eye of Horus with that weird thing, and I draw it all the time. I don't know why, but it's also the eye in the capstone, kind of. But that's the Eye of Horus, and it's the worm, which is it's a what you call it? You're a host. It's a fucking whatever. You're the host. It's a parasite that gets in your eye, and that's why they have a lot of them. They had to get it removed. Like they had to have this surgery. Like someone just went bam, right? Like fuck, don't happen. No. Yeah, Disney. Yikes. My last girlfriend, when she was little, she said she dug her heels in and just started bawling and would not go. She said she knew they were pedophiles in those suits. You can't wear. Hey, you know what? You can't have a beard or facial hair at all if you to work at Disneyland. But Walt Disney has a mustache. Go figure. It does have the arrow, huh? What buzzer? What the fuck are you talking about? Nah. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, and then little tykes. That's crazy. All this shit is just crazy. Jeopardy reruns is a treasure trove for residue. And then I'm finding things where they're saying this, like 1851, this happened and this happened at the same time at the same place. No, there's different narratives and different paths. The purple prom. Bye, Gemma. I didn't see you. Oh, yeah, yeah, the buzzer that goes off when you're not supposed to do something. Right. Now it's my mom's voice going, Brady. She goes, Brady, knock that off. It's her voice, I swear to God. It's hilarious. Yeah, ever since my mom died, the buzzer became my mom's voice. It did. Brady, stop that. Don't do that. It's so funny. I swear to God, it's true too. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. You guys are cool, man. I love you all. We'll get through this. It's bullshit, but we'll get through it. The Earth is doing good. That's good. What's the worst that could happen? We could even die and reunite with freaking cool people and not have to deal with these fucking weird motherfuckers. All right, let's do it. Catch you guys on the flip flop. Deuce, deuce.